Man, I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on with my camera right now. Pissing me off, man. What the fuck is going on? I have no clue why my camera's looking like this, dude. Looks like I'm sitting in the sun or something. There we go. There we go. The heck was that about? Yep. Appreciate that, man. I'll check it as soon as the stream's over with. Is that PJ's indicator? Yeah. It's one of those mornings, man. One of those mornings feels like shit just was not going my way for some reason. Everything I do. Look, and now the camera's acting like it's super bright in here. Does it look super bright on y'all's screen? Like super exposed? I don't know what the hell is going on with my camera, dude. It's pissing me off. I literally haven't done anything different. I turned the camera on. That's all I did. I turned the camera on like I always do every morning. Haven't even had a chance to drink my coffee yet. No, I did not catch that drop. I don't take pre-market trades. What if I do this? Does that look better? Super bright still? I don't know what's going on with my camera, dude. Literally didn't change anything. I wonder if it like updated it or something. Still feel like it looks super bright. Appreciate that, Lucas. I still feel like it looks terrible. Whatever. Nah, it's other shit going on, man. Other shit. I'm good. All right. Fuck it. All right. We're going with it. We're going with it. It is what it is. I'm surprised this indicator didn't call out this long. Swept Asia. I mean, if this had happened with the market open, I definitely would have been taking this. But tapped in this 30-minute. I don't know if you can see that right there. Bookmap was pretty lit up in concert with market structure. Yeah, a little pale. It looks, dude, I look weird. Blew your account on this. On what? What did you take, man? Yeah, definitely look weird. What trade were you taking on that? If I get Apex Trade of 8, do I need to pay for anything else? If you pass, you'll pay for an activation. And you'll get a login where you can log into TradingView. Yeah, I look weird. You'll get a login where you can log into TradingView. I can't remember if it comes with data or not for TradingView. I think it does. Either way, though, the CME data is like $10 or something if it doesn't come with it. But yeah, that auto white balance is what it is. And I don't know why that's on. I don't know how to. Maybe that'll fix it. Maybe not. I hate technology. Bought a new 50K yesterday. I'm up 500. There you go. Pre-market dump was the move. Why not this move back up? Why not take the move after it's wrapped up all the sell side liquidity? I'm done fucking with it. It's not good, man. I hate that for you. Hope you feel better. This room is super dark right now. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know, because it's like trying to compensate. But the more lights I turn on, the more bright it seems. So, like now it just looks like yellow and I don't know, dude. It's pissing me off. Honestly, why would my camera settings change without me doing anything? There's no reason for that. And they don't make this camera easy. They gave it a touch screen, and then the touch screen's super small. It's like tiny, so it is what it is. We're running with it. No, I can't. Should I hold longs? It's up to you, man. What was your target when you got into the trade? It's a similar setup of my model. We didn't really get a breaker. But yeah, this V-shaped recovery, inversion of a gap, formation of a new bullish gap, retest, respecting of the gap, and then a move higher. Target for me would be either this swing high here, this swing high here. I mean, you could just, depending on your sizing, you could just hold it, trail your stop and hold it. First TP for me though would be this swing high, right where this 30-minute gap is. What's up, Change? How's it going? How do you think this news will treat the market at 10? I have no clue, man. I have no clue. I really don't know. I don't know that it's going to have a tremendous effect. What's up, Ty? How's it going, man? Yeah, this is NQ. Bouncing back and forth. My bad, I wasn't seeing the YouTube chat over there. Have you entered trade yet? No, I'm trying to figure out the movement here. Morning, what's up? Betting on your best today is going to be huge. It could be the game changer, man. It could be all the difference. Good morning, what's up, man? How's it going? Do you pay monthly for TradingView? Yes. You have to have data to use more than 2 indicators? Yes. You have to pay for more than 2 indicators, yeah. You buy a hole here, keep it clean here, it's clean. TikTok does. YouTube's good. Yeah, TikTok, it's a different camera I'm using. TikTok, can't lie. Hey, bro. What's up, Hugo? How's it going, man? Can you show your standard deviation settings? Yeah, they're actually in the Discord if you're in there. Yeah, dude, I just had flashbacks, Hugo, of working on cars like that. Not a good feeling. Maybe it's the plant because you killed it. Netflix bought Warner Brothers and HBO Max. Interesting. What's up, Jeff? How's it going, man? Hello, Christian. Your camera's fine. Just your voice kind of low. Yeah, Milos. Can't do anything about that. I have it turned all the way up. The camera that I'm using on YouTube is a different one than I have for my TikTok. I'm in a minor long here, just targeting some highs. We'll probably go break even. I think this is a good long to take if it's not against your rules to take a pre-market trade. I think a long off of this inversion of this 5-minute would have been a good move here, targeting this swing high here or potentially these highs. Actually, this called it out. Look at this. So now, as soon as it's after the move's been made, the indicator called it. So this is the setup that it's good to see that the indicator's seeing what I'm seeing. Yeah, voice quiet, quite quiet. Yeah, this setup right here, would really like to take this, but it's not market open yet. Not quite for you. Yeah, it's different for different people. You got people texting me saying it sounds good. So, what's up, Nathan? Have I seen the news for today? You talking about the scheduled economic news or the some other news? Doesn't this look like high time frame AMD? I can see what you're saying, but no. I see what you're saying, but no. This is a good 5-minute trade right here off that inversion. Would have longed off this inversion if I was allowed to take pre-market trades. What's up, Nine? How's it going, man? True, that happens to me a lot, dude. I try to take care of business before I get on stream. What's up, Benjamin? How's it going, man? Was bored last night, broke rules, trading gold. Never again. You get bored, you gotta take a walk or something, man. Why do I not take pre-market trades? I have found more success avoiding doing that. I don't like getting caught in a trade and then the market opens and manipulates. Dude, what is going on? I don't like being in a trade when the market opens because a lot of times it manipulates and then makes the move so you can get stopped out pretty easily. That's one of my rules, Nathan. For the first 15 minutes of opening the charts, you don't take a trade because I've done that so many times where I'm like, I sit down like, wow, this is great timing. I just timed this just right. I'm seeing this perfectly. And you're like, not even a minute you've been sitting down, and you take it, and you're like, wow, I missed that. Why didn't I see that? To Mathis. It's going all right, man. Having some technical difficulties today. I have taken a 15-second trade before, not on purpose. Lose track of what time frame I'm on. Click the wrong button. I feel like the lighting now is making me look like I got a double chin too. I'm about to just minimize my image, so I can't. There's nothing I can do about it now. Too close to market open to keep screwing with it. Yeah, you were on here, Dave, when I did that. Yeah, that was stupid. That was really dumb. It's one of those things you don't forget. Yeah, it looked really strange. No, there's something going on, Nathan. There's definitely a lag. I just got a connection error thing. The devil's playing with me today, man. He's testing my patience. It's one of those days. What's up, John? How's it going, man? Probably a good idea. Let's read a verse of a day. Let's do that. Let's do that. John 1:4-19. We love because he loved us first. Second Peter 3:9. The Lord is not slow in keeping his promise, as some understand slowness. Instead, he is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone. There's an ad that pops up. I'm going to read that again. The Lord is not slow in keeping his promise, as some understand slowness. Instead, he is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone to come to repentance. Yeah, exactly. What's up, BCS? How's it going, man? Sat in the short for like 2 hours yesterday, got out plus 250. Thankfully, never like being, yeah, it's a long time to sit through a trade, man. Just had my calculus test, it was miserable, but it's over now. There you go. I got a final at 4 o'clock today. Not looking forward to that. Yeah, Michael, we took that one trade. I was down 300. Didn't get re-involved. Yeah, college isn't for everybody, man. I mean, I'm 32 and it took me a while to get here, so it's definitely, I think unless you have something that you're specifically going after, a specific career that requires you to go to college, it's not a bad idea to avoid it. He got one at 3. Yeah, we got this, man. I didn't see where you sent that, Mom. You said you sent me something, but I don't know where you sent it. On the Bookmap Fish Finder, how do you get it to show those white boxes with the order numbers? So you go to configure add-ons and select liquidity marker. Go to manage add-ons and then make sure liquidity marker is installed. I hate that this trade ran without me, man. Why do you feel stupid, K1? Yeah, that's it. That's why I don't like being in pre-market trades, just in case it does try to manipulate and wick you out. It's smart to put your stop at break even if you're in that. God bless you too, Evan. Hope you're having a good morning, man. Yeah, I would. Depends on the setup. That wouldn't be my sole confluence, Ducati, but I definitely would. Sweep of a major level like this is always ideal, especially when you get such a strong V shape right after the sweep on both indices. It's always just really tempting. You got this tap back there. What you could have done here is there's several different entries you could have done on different time frames here. This would have been, this is like my, this is my thing right here. And I'm having to watch it run. There's market open 30 seconds ago. We're just wave to it. My code's CWT. CWT for Apex. 84.40 all in. Activation fee and eval fee. Got a ton of orders up at 6,900 on ES. It's up here. It'd be a hell of a move, and I think it's going to happen. There's London, tapped barely by a tick. This move would have been, the money maker of the week right here. I think this could end up being a 200-point move. We'll see what happens here. It just swept London. ES barely nicked it. I don't like that. It needs to come. Take more of it. What's the best advice for someone around the break-even stage? You're right there, man. Seriously, you're right there. That's the only difference between you, where you are right now, and being profitable is there's psychological tweaks you need to start making. I think that's my opinion. That's what it was for me. Let your winners run longer and cut your losers shorter, or fix your stop losses so that your profit factor is higher. But you're right. If you're break even, that's a beautiful place to be, because although it might be extremely frustrating, I know it is extremely frustrating. You're as close as you've ever been to being profitable. You're right there. So take some, find some joy in that. There's psychological tweaks at that point that you need to make. Bobby, that's not a bad advice either. Lower your risk a little bit. I think that when you lower risk, it allows for you to it's easier to let trades run longer. For me, at least, that's how it is. You're not as quick to be like, ooh, I got to take profits here. But at the same time, sometimes, like I've found, there's times when it's better for me to cut my trades, even if the trade ends up going higher. Like yesterday, dude, we were 150 in profit, and I don't regret not cutting that trade. The only thing I would have done differently, I've analyzed that trade pretty aggressively, that we got stopped out on. The only thing I could have done differently on that trade yesterday is when I saw that whale come in there with 1,000 orders get thrown in right underneath me right after I opened the trade. What I probably should have done is close the trade and said, hey, I'm going to wait until those orders either get yanked or get absorbed, and then I'll re-enter, rather than waiting to get stopped out. I think I could have done that. I think going forward, if I run into that scenario again, I would take that trade 10 times out of 10. But as soon as I see that 1,000 order whale get thrown in right underneath me, basically underneath where my stop loss was set, I would have pulled that trade. I should have pulled that trade and waited for either it to get absorbed or to get pulled. Bryson, you're right there, man. The difference between being successful in this industry and being stuck in that failure stage, man, is it can literally change like that. It's a mind. Most of it, the majority of this is a mindset, and if you can nail down the right mindset, the right psychology, you will see a difference literally overnight. I mean, it'll be overnight, and then you'll look back and be like, "Holy crap, dude! That like." Why was I making this so complicated? Why was I overthinking this? Why was I trying to force it? Develop a system that is effective, that works, that protects you, and stick to it. Stick to it like your life depends on it, man. Don't overtrade. Yesterday I was down $300. I saw a couple of setups that potentially could have taken, but I was like, you know what? I don't feel like I'm in the right space to trade today. And I told myself, one of my rules is if you don't feel like you're on your A game, don't take a trade. So I stuck to that. Finished the day down 300. That's fine. We live to fight another day. It's better than taking a trade, ending up, maybe going on tilt or losing more money, doubling my loss, creating more work for myself. This is a yes, Nick. Yeah, Bobby, maybe do a little bit of an analysis on why you're placing your stops where you are and why price is going to that level. Like if it's a key level, like that's why I prefer if I was taking a trade like this, that I would have my stop below the swing low. Even though that might be a wide stop, that's why I'd want to get a dig into this gap right here. Because then you're looking, if you get a dig into that gap, you're still looking at a 6-point stop, 1 mini, that's, $300 right there. But for me, that's better than potentially putting a stop like below this gap right here. Yeah, that cuts down on your loss, but it's a lot more likely to get hit. This is a lot less likely. If a trade goes right here, it's probably an invalid trade. If the price goes there, it's probably an invalid trade. This wouldn't have been a bad little retest right there. I'm pretty bullish still, man. We got to remember, we got news in 23 minutes. I'm pretty bullish still, though. Big, big, big. Look at this. Check this out on the book map. That's ES on book map. This is NQ. So I'm bullish right now. Look at these orders. We get another little pullback here. It'll be tempting to throw a long in. You're in a long off that retest? Nice. $6,900. Targeting those orders on the book map. We do have some orders below us here, so it could go 66.77 down to here. It could dig into this area before it goes higher. What's up, Randall? How's it going, man? Y'all dumb if you're YOUR still long. Come on, Noah. Just wait till I get off the phone with BlackRock. Let Bookmap be my guide. I think Bookmap is pretty reliable, man. I think we could get a dig to the 68.77 area, but overall I'm pretty bullish here. This would 68.77 would be the line in the sand. Well, this model would have played out perfectly, Noah. I mean, that's it right here. How many points is that on ES? I mean, you're talking 23.75 points. 1,250 bucks on ES. What'd you get on? Would have made 167 points on NQ. I mean, if your target was London High, you're exactly right. The only thing different that I would suggest doing, I wouldn't say you're dumb to still be in the trade, but I would be trailing my stop. Yeah, kiddo, we can do another Bible verse while this comes down to that 68.77 level. I think that's all she wrote right there for the downside, I'm pretty sure. We'll see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all she wrote for the downside. We'll see, though. A couple more orders coming in at 68.76.25 right here. A little bit of action trying to pull price back down, but the majority of the momentum here is to the upside. A little more orders coming in now, 68.76.25. We got 1 John 4:4-6. You, dear child, are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. They are from the world and therefore speak from the viewpoint of the world, and the world listens to them. We are from God, and whoever knows God listens to us, but whoever is not from God does not listen to us. This is how we recognize the spirit of truth and the spirit of falsehood. Amen to that. Dipped into that 15 right there that inverted. We invert this 15 above us here. It's sayonara. How am I getting those verses on my phone? That actually was from my mom. My mom sent me that. Not sure where she got it. Yeah, sizing probably needs to be lowered slightly with this volatility. Again, remember, we got 17 minutes here until news. Got in at 68.76. That's probably a good level. ES didn't really take London right there. I mean, I can't even tell if it really nicked it. Either way, that's not. It basically tapped that 30-minute, the tiny little 30-minute gap and rejected. So we need that 15 that we're kind of stuck in here. We need this to invert in the next minute. Some big orders above us here. We do have flash market orders coming in below, or excuse me, limit orders being flashed below. The orders above us, I still think are the draws, man. I don't blame anyone for being in a long right here. First day on the funded up 500. Call it a day, man. What news is in 15 minutes? We have CPE, core CPE, price index, prelim, U of M consumer sentiment, U of M inflation expectations. Am I in now? There's no rush, Randall. Don't put those sorts of pressures on yourself, man. Just look for good setups. I know what you're saying, and I know why you're saying it in terms of it, like resubscribing or whatever. But don't focus on that. Just focus on taking good setups, solid trades, and let it happen. When you start trying to force or feel pressure like that, you end up, at least in my experience, making mistakes. My guy Randall, always eager to trade. I get it, man. I get it. Want so badly for this to work sometimes, man. I understand that feeling. Feel like you gotta make it work. The crazy thing is, it's a paradox. The more you try to force it, the further away the success gets. Yeah, ballast at 10 o'clock. It's funny that this looks so bright. My camera looks so bright. It's super dark in here right now, which is making me even sleepier. The plant's alive and well, man. He's chilling. Brother, how old are you? 32. You'll be 33 in February. You guys think I'm a plant killer, man. I'm going to name him Lazarus. It's the name of the plant. Dude, I thought you were 25. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I had to put it in the sun. That means you did kill it. No, I'm calling him that because people are saying that I killed it. So when they see that he's alive, he's resurrected, man. You thought I was 45? Appreciate that, Xavier. Appreciate that. Price just died. People are waiting for the news. Bay Harbor plant gardener. I thought you were C-Bum. Appreciate that. I'm slacking, dude. I'm about to turn the Jets back on. I know I said that like a month ago, but school has just been absolutely draining my energy, man. But you'll see. This the physique in the next coming months is going to be better than it's ever been. It's news at 10, BC. Can I show NQ book map? Yeah. Pretty clear upside there. I have looked into peptides, yeah. I have. Bro, you don't anywhere close to 45. He's being smart, man. Lazarus come forth. That's awesome. Look at this. Bookmap just absorbed some orders right there. NQ. Let's see what happens after that. I think ES finally took London, yeah. Still a bunch of orders to the upside here. This news needs to hurry up, man. I'm just getting bad timing here. You get this move pre-market, which isn't in my rules. The other one is I can't trade my fundeds when news is going on. So even if I get in a trade right now, I'm going to have to close it a minute before the news to mind their rules. So the timing today is just way off. You look good for 55. Appreciate that, man. It is light. Yeah, it's BCS. That is the light on ES. This is Bookmap. This is just the regular Bookmap data for NQ. The NQ light is right here. It looks pretty similar. Man, there's some big up and down movement there on Bookmap. Just blew the rest of my account, now up 300 on paper. You go. What do I think about Karl Marx? Well, his name is Karl with a K, by the way, just for, just so you know. But I've read his stuff. I highly disagree with his prescribed economic solutions. Marxism doesn't work. I think it's very easy to be, and this is a very cynical take on who he is, but it's pretty true of most of these people. You look at Marx, you look at Stalin, you look at Lenin, you look at most of these people. Stalin could be the exception. He doesn't really fit this category, but Lenin fits this category. Most of these people come from very eruditic backgrounds. They come from wealthy families, and it's very easy to sit there and start prescribing economic solutions that really won't have much of an effect on you once your wealth is past a certain extent. What it's really going to do is make everyone equal, but some people are going to be more equal than others, and they're going to have to pay. You know, it just doesn't work, man. It looks good on paper, but it is one of the most cruel forms of governance that there possibly could be. Got to figure out how to deal with NQ. All it shows me is orange bars everywhere, no color distinction. Yeah, you got to really monkey around. You see how I have it on mine right here? You got to really monkey around with this. I think I can't remember what time frame I had this on, but you got to really monkey around with the zoom, like with the compression here, and with the zoom here, because it's funky. Exactly, Coop. That's basically what I was trying to say. Communism and trading. What a great morning. What's up, Santi? How's it going, man? Exactly, Ballas. You've read Animal Farm. Great book. Pretty good illustration of how it works. How much is the PJ indicator? 100 a month. No, Remy, Dean, not politics, just economics, man. Economics. Does anybody ask the question? No, but I know exactly what you're going to ask. Mom Donnie's another good example, Evan. He's an example of a person who has grown up with a silver spoon that wants to prescribe economic policies that really aren't going to have that big of a negative effect on the people who are in his tax bracket. It looks good on paper, and it looks so nice and welcoming and kind and caring, but in reality, it's going to completely crush mobility and the whole spirit of what makes our country the pinnacle of what everybody tries to model their own countries after. What do I think about what? Nick Genre? I think I know who you're asking about. I'm a fan. Stop loss got hit by half a point and ran up. Dude, that is so frustrating. Probably the most challenging part of Bookmap, other than that, fairly easy to figure out. Do you use order flow tool on Bookmap at all? I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. I mostly just read the price action here. That's really what I do. I watch, you can see the orders coming in. And I look obviously at the limit orders where they're set. And follow the flow, the aggression in which the market orders are being placed. Pay close attention to the numbers right here. You see 55, 18, 36. It kind of takes some fast twitch capabilities to keep track of it. But keep a close eye on that. You can kind of tally in your mind, or just, you don't even need to tally the numbers. You can just get an idea of what the pressure is, whether it's buy pressure or sell pressure, based on how many buy orders or sell orders are coming in. That's why when you see me in a trade, dude, I get really quiet and I'm just like locked in. I'm basically just keeping track of what orders are coming in, the flow of the orders. The numbers, Mason. Nice, man. We haven't. Not yet. I'm in long. When do you think it's going to go down? I'd be careful with the news, man. You got news in 3 minutes. Do I enter the setups the indicator gives me? Sometimes. If it correlates to what I'm already looking for, then yeah. I don't just blindly take the indicator setups, though. Is that checklist for a unicorn? It will show a unicorn setup, yeah. I wanted to take this long right here, but it was pre-market. You see it was at 910. My entry would have been probably the inversion of this 5, or around that level. We would have been front running a couple 5-minute gaps there, but the Bookmap looked clean. Everything looked clean for a good long right there, but it was pre-market, so I didn't take it. And now kind of wanted to take a retest down here, but the fact that we were so close to news, I didn't know how long we were going to sit through this. So I can't be in a trade. My funded accounts can't be in a trade during news release, a minute before, during, or after. So kind of getting the short end of the stick here on timing this morning, but I don't show yesterday's though, right? What do you mean? Can you trade on Top Step during news? I'm not sure what their rules are. Take profit traders is what I'm referring to. Minute and a half till news. Noah, you can trade pre-market. That's not against the rules. That's just my rule. My personal rule. You can trade news on Top Step, Hugo says. On the funded account or just the evals? Somebody said not for XFAs, but for combines. I would just be flat either way, man. It's just better safe than sorry. You're kind of gambling a little bit to be holding a trade through news. That's just my opinion. You can on XFA Top Step. I don't, but you can. So somebody says you can, somebody says you can't. Top Step AI bot tells you that you can. Somebody just said. I think it's just better. It's good trading practice and habit to be in to not take those sorts of gambles, man. Order book just completely cleared out, except for those orders at 6,900. We got 8 seconds here, so let's see what happens. I'm going to stick to NQ for this, and I'm going to have ES on the book map, so I'm going to be watching NQ over here. We are in a 30-minute bearish gap right now, so consumer sentiment better than forecasts. CPE still, PCE is still, PCE came in as forecast, 0.2%. And inflation's at 4.1, not bad. Previous was 4.5, so it's come down slightly. So let's see how this reacts. I'm going to clean up this chart a little bit. Everybody's paying attention here. We swept London high and this London high. So I'm pulling these two off. Swept this London high on NQ. New York AM high, we swept that. We're in that 30 minutes still, so I pulled those off. Got a little this sell side low resistance liquidity right here could get taken before we go up, or it could just go up. But there's some good liquidity pulled up right here. That is good to know, Jeff. It shouldn't be. I think there's been an issue today with the connection. All right, we got some pressure coming in underneath us here on ES. Big orders above us though, man. Big orders above us. I don't think we're gonna be able to get in on this. Definitely still pretty bullish here, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get in here. ES is lit up a little more to the downside too now. We do have some liquidity built up down to 68.90. I really wanted this trade, man. I'd like to see us pull back to 68.87 area. And then get in on this area right here. Pull back into there would be ideal. I think this is just going to go here. It's getting ready to just pop through these levels. Give me a pullback. I've been so patient. Give me a reward here. Pull back into this. Yeah, there we go. Let's get down to like the 90 level. I might take a book map trade on this, to be honest. I'm going to take a little book map trade here. See if we can get a couple points off of this. I think we're getting ready to get a big spike up. Stop loss just below that candle wick. I'm going to close that because we just took those orders and I had my stop set too high. I should have had it right here, but we'll look for another entry. Bookmap just completely absorbed those orders. It could have definitely held. Fuck me. It's all good. Bookmap looked like we absorbed those orders and could be turning around, but how do you get that checklist? That checklist is an indicator. It's this indicator. This is what I'm seeing on the Bookmap, and you'll see exactly why I closed that trade. So we absorbed all those orders behind us right here. And then these orders popped in down below. So it looked like we were about to get a pullback. So that was the reason I did that. All those orders came in underneath. I had my order set just slightly too high. I thought we were going to take those orders and then create some momentum, and we did get that right after I closed the trade, but it's okay. We'll look for a better trade. $84 times 25. It's not that big of a deal, but yeah, see, this is what I thought was about to happen, what we're getting right here. Give the man the pullback. He got his panic going, yeah. Yeah, it's just $84. This is the pullback. The reason this was why I closed, because I thought this was what was about to happen. Yeah, I have 20 Apex accounts and 5 TPT. I also have other evals right now that I'm working on. I have 5 Tradeify evals, 2 My Fun and Future evals, and 1 Alpha Futures eval. Yeah, Haley, we took a long off of this right here, this pullback, and then we're targeting these highs. A little Bookmap trade. Shake the money tree, that's right. Wonder how many people come in here and just enter off you. I'm not sure. If they entered off me yesterday, they lost money. Dude's got an acre of money trees. Do you only buy 50K evals? I have, I use 100K on Take Profit Trader. Been trading MES, and I do like able to set wide stop losses. It's a lot easier to let trade run when risking 250 or lower. Yeah, Coop, I get that. I'm with you on that. Bookmap on ES is a little unclear. There's a lot of people trying to drag price lower right now. I'll show you what I'm looking at. I think ES is leading here, and that's the reason why I'm keeping a close eye on the ES Bookmap. But you can see we got orders coming in lower. It looks like price is trying to get drugged down. I think this is people looking for entries because we still do have some liquidity to the upside here. I probably could mark out some more. I'm kind of limited on what I did mark out. But I will mark out some more real quick for us. That's what I'm seeing. I'll let you guys watch the Bookmap for just a second so you can get an idea of how things look. Then we got Asia up here. Yeah, we still have some good liquidity to the upside. Now we're getting a, it looks like we're getting a pullback here on Bookmap. I think we will get a pullback down to at least the 68.91 level, around there probably. We'll see. Clean this up. Probably I'm going to mark out some higher liquidity here on ES because I didn't do that earlier. So you get to watch a little bit of my process here in real time. I'm getting optimistic here with some of these levels. It's probably good for right now. Shook the money tree for 150 bucks. Gonna wait again for another long. There you go, Kato. Can you explain how you figure out that we have liquidity to the upside? I don't know if you just watched me mark that up, but those levels, those session highs that we marked out here with the session indicator, those are where liquidity rests. That's where orders are resting. So you see the session high here, here, missed one right here. No, I got them all. That's where liquidity is resting. Those are the session highs that we're targeting. So we're pushing up continuously right now. Would really like, we're not going to get it, a pullback. Could have easily have held that long that we took on that pullback, but as I explained, there was a reason I got out of that. I expected it to be a short trade. 69.10. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you like your process for marking liquidity, but you can extend pivots until... Yeah, Jeff. I like to be able to turn that off, though. I don't like keeping that indicator on. That's the whole reason that, like, you could easily just keep flipping it on and off, but I'd rather have it turned off. That's just my preference, man. It also helps me get a little more intimate, especially in the mornings, with what the price is, what the charts are looking like. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can see us tapping into that daily and turning around. Let's see what you're smell what you're cooking over there. We'll see though. Should I go for 2 or 3 Apex accounts? That's up to you, man. I say stick to one account. If you're not taking payouts consistently, stick to one account and try to get some consistent payouts on that one account, and then size up from there. I think with your first payout, Sean, you should use it to buy one more account. And then your second payout, you can buy 2 more. Third, you can buy 3 more. I mean, you can kind of do it that kind of way. Missed a trade. I wouldn't kick yourself about that, Benjamin. There's no reason to kick yourself and be mad about not being in a trade when news happens, because you never know, man. I think it's good practice, whether it's your firm's rules or not. I think it's good practice to not be in a trade right as the news is released. That's just my personal feelings about it. But yeah. Do I have a filter on? Dude, my camera's messed up today. I was battling that when the session first started, man. It's not a filter. It's my camera settings are trying to account for low light or something, and it keeps like adjusting. And I look like I'm a movie actor or something with like eyeshadow on. It's a Sony. It's a Sony. It's a DSLR camera. Nice green screen. Yeah. I think you have a filter on. Yeah. Cute filter. Appreciate it, man. You know me. My Cowboys got ragdolled last night. My Hurricanes got ragdolled last night, man. How much? I read that already. Need the retrace, yeah. The Lion doesn't concern himself with putting a stop loss. The Lion, oh man, look at you sending gifts, man. Appreciate that. Who sent that? It didn't show me who sent that. Appreciate that, though. That's awesome. Is that you, Kato? Christian, I got your message on Discord about needing 500 for your family in Tanzania. I sent it over. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'll make sure they get their hands on it. Appreciate that, Kato. You're the man, dude. Appreciate the hearts too, Kato. You're the man. Bro, you're on fire. You guys are on fire with the gifts. Appreciate that. You guys are awesome. And I got glasses now. Can we see the book map? Sure. Took a small trade, Carlos. Very small. You're the man, Coop. Appreciate that. You want to see NQ or ES? Guap. I send you a kiss and a hug. You're fine, Santi. I'll send you one back, bro. Appreciate that. Here's NQ. This is the other NQ. Looks a little cleaner. And then this is ES. How do you get Bookmap? You go to my affiliate link in my link tree, and you click that affiliate link, and you sign up. Take you to their website, and you need. Hang on one second. You need CME data, and you need Global Plus. So you need the Global Plus Bookmap subscription, and then you sign up for data, CME data. Let's see, Linktree, where is it? There's my Linktree in the chat. Let's see the plant. This fucker's heavy, man. That's Lazarus. Would you mind putting like the time on your screen? So I would like to know if you are delayed or not. For me, I also think it would be beneficial. All right, as I'm reading this, it is 12:22 with 46 seconds, 46 seconds, 47 seconds, 48 seconds, 49 seconds, 50 seconds, 51 seconds, 52 seconds, 53 seconds. See if that helps. Mandatory plant showing. Yeah, that's on its lat spread. Groaning like you're old. That plant's heavy, man. I'm not even kidding. That plant is actually pretty heavy. Up 3K across 2 accounts per day. There you go. 2-second delay for you. Need a Christmas tree. Should get one. Might do that today. Wanted to pull back into this 5 here. Not getting it. I think it would be the next smart thing to do here would be maybe wait for a short, but I would not like to counter trend trade. I don't think that's legal, Kyle. Plant's probably eating better than most of us. He's doing well. Class today? No, I have a final exam at 4 o'clock though. $500 away from passing my first top step eval. There you go. Best advice I can give you is don't force it. Just don't even pay attention to that, man. Just look for good setups, good trades. I mean, I remember when I was new to trading, and I had a time where I was $80 away from passing an account and ended up blowing it because I was just so hyper focused on passing it. So you gotta just keep doing what you're doing and don't focus on that. $300 away from a payout, from a $1,300 payout. That's sick, dude. Good job, Kyle. Slow and steady, man. Yeah, Jeff. I think most traders have been there. It's crazy. It's such a psychological. Trading in general is just such a psychological battle, man. If you can get a grip on it, it's. In the process of negotiating, I'm trying to work this guy down on the price of a car right now. I'm waiting. I'm going to wait him out until closer to the end of the month, so he feels more pressure to get rid of it. It's a surprise, VC. It's a surprise. The price almost always take out sell side liquidity for pushing it. Not almost always, man. It just depends on the momentum of the market at the time. But what you're seeing right now, I know what you're talking about. This sell side right here is prime for the taking, man. Prime for the taking. So what somebody pointed out earlier, we're coming up on this daily gap. What I was thinking we would see is maybe a tap into this daily and a rejection to take out some of the sell side before going higher. We might get that before it taps into it because we still are in this bearish inversion on ES. So what I was thinking was potentially tap into that daily right here, take this buy side out, and then reverse to take up some of the sell side. But we'll just be patient and see what happens. It's probably not. I don't want to get y'all's hopes up about the car. It's probably not going to happen right now. I'm trying to be as patient as I can and wait a little while. But if I could get this guy down to where I wanted him, I might do it. We'll see. Hey, made money today, third day of being profit. So happy. There you go, Nick. Good job, man. What platform do I think you should get more accounts on? If you're trying to just take big payouts, man, and trade with max leverage, it's hard to beat Apex. But if you're looking for daily payouts for whatever reason, I think it's good to have different firms for different reasons. That's why I trade with. Most of my income recently has come from Take Profit Trader and from Apex. Apex every 8 days, and my accounts are staggered differently. So it's really every day I'm taking around a 2K payout, especially because of how well I did last month. I have a lot of money built up in there. But the daily payouts from TPT are so hard to beat, man. So I recommend both of those. One for the daily and one for the sizability, the scalability. What if he's watching? He is actually on TikTok, so he could be watching the stream. He might. No Urus. No Urus. It is not a Urus. It's taking everything to not short this right now. Yeah, just give it a little timing. See if we can tap into this daily up here. Let's see if we tap into that daily. Because it would suck to try to get into this short and then all of a sudden you go up there. I see you're thinking though. I think you're on the right track. VC, I'd get off, man. You said you're up, right? You said you're up 3K or something, 2K? trying to scroll back and see what you said. Thought you said you were up a couple grand, man. I'd call it a day if that's the case. Time do you mark up charts? Typically around 8 o'clock. Let me use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, dude, if you're up 2,500, call it a day. Definitely call it a day. I would say get off. About VC, I'd get off. Bought my third Lambo yesterday. There you go. You guys are crushing it, bro. You liking PJ's indicator? Yeah, it comes in handy, man. It called this setup pretty solidly. This was pre-market, so I didn't take it. Could have gotten in on this pullback. Didn't take that because of news. Got in up here, made a little bit, and then got out. Sizing, potentially. That sizing, Evan? I don't know. In terms of your profit, that could be sizing. Because you do size exactly the same. I think TikTok's screwing with the algorithm again. Seems like the live's not getting pushed, or it wasn't getting pushed today for some reason. Does the indicator tell you how to get a girlfriend? No. It's not important though, man. Focus on making money. What's up, Ernest? Took a little long, Mike. Didn't take this full thing because this was pre-market and it's outside of my rules. Wanted to take this pullback, but also outside of my rules is being in a trade before news. Also, my firm doesn't allow news trading, so didn't want to get involved. We did take a small trade up here somewhere on this pullback. Didn't stay in very long. Bookmap looked like we were about to turn around, but this looks like some potentially A and D getting ready to happen here. Look at the gifts, man. Appreciate that. Is it you again, Cato? Crushing it, dude. Appreciate you. Am I looking for shirts? Yeah, I've been shopping for a couple new shirts recently. Couple new quarter zips, I think. And I need some long sleeve button downs to go underneath that match. You know what I mean? That was you? Appreciate that, Nick. Thank you. Am I looking for shorts? Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting to see what the market wants to give us. Yeah. This daily gap that's sitting above us, I'm kind of waiting to see if we tap into that and then potentially reverse out of it. But we could just keep trucking higher. We'll see. No, I do not. Do you feel angry when Mexicans are brought up? No, I don't. I think you guys talking about Mr. Fuentes and Mexicans and things like that are getting my live shadow banned over here. Do you have spare time on your hands, or does it feel it's cool? Dude, I have no spare time. No, you're good, dude. You're good. I was just saying. I don't care. I don't care if they shadow ban me. What Apex account size do you recommend starting with? 50K. 50K for sure. Show the book map. Yeah, you want to see NQ or ES? All right, Benjamin. Take care, man. God bless you. Yeah, Instagram is Christian Trades Live. Thank you. Where do you get Bookmap? Go to my link tree. It's pinned right there in the chat, and click the affiliate link for Bookmap. And then you got to sign up for Global Plus and CME data and use code CWT. You'll get 20% off. My opinion on gold, it's pumping. Do I answer my IGN DMs? I do my best, yeah. Yeah. They should, Marsh. They should. They should be winning it all, man. Jumping, swimming. Yeah, Bitcoin's just chilling, man. What's it down, like 1% or something? I went against my rules when I had a 50K account and punished myself. I bought 100K. No, I think 50Ks are good. Easier profit target. Yeah, I'm watching it. It's these relative equals are interesting. Still not sure what it wants to do here. Much better lighting, yeah. Just change the ISO on it a little bit. That should be better right there, right? Gold longs after, I don't know, man. I don't trade gold like that. I don't know. I'm not going to make recommendations. You don't look like AI now. Nice. Yes, come on, tap that 5. Yeah, I want to see how it reacts in that 5. I have tried trading Asia Gold. I'm 3 for 5 on Asia Gold, but I don't trade it anymore. One hour and 4 hour FEG on ES. You think we respect or inverse? Where are you seeing that? Oh, I see you. Wonder why this isn't marking that out on mine for some reason. It's marking it out here. 16 minutes till it closes. We'll find out. Will be interesting to see. Would potentially be looking for longs, but also we're potentially looking for shorts. We're just waiting to see. We got a daily gap here on NQ above us that we're seeing if we tap into that and then potentially reverse out of it, out of this gap right here. We'll see. Just being patient. Still got orders below us here. What would be the benefit of that? Of trading them both at the same time? Yeah, it did, Dante. Dante, I wish I could. I wish. I don't take pre-market trades, so I didn't get in on it. If we invert this 15 to the downside, it'd be interesting, but we basically just started this candle. Let's see if this called out a short here. I mean, you have a pretty solid setup here on the 1 minute. You got a breaker here, tap back into the breaker. Breaker actually didn't form until this candle here. There you go, Carlo. the new whip going to be a big upgrade? Yeah. We got turbo trades in here. Wait, Turbo, is that actually you? No, it's not. I was about to say. Perfect little tap into that 5 minute right there, and then rejection out of it. Yeah, I did too. I saw the followers. I was like, wait a minute. Scumbag scamming people. Looks like we're headed back up here. What I want to see is if, yeah, that breaker's not going to hold. You guys see that breaker? They could. I don't know. You guys think that the market makers be like, yo, bro, I'm going to nuke this so I can get out of my short? That'd be funny. What is up with all these scam accounts, dude? Getting followed left and right by bot accounts. Thanks for the 5 follows. Would it be dumb to short all the way to London low? I think right now it would be dumb to take a trade in either direction, because you could make an argument for both right now. Not dumb, I'm not going to use that word, but it would not be advised. This breaker's holding. The only reason I say that is the market structure looks good for a short, but Bookmap looks like we want to go long. So I'm torn. The second I followed you, I had some 5 fake accounts follow me. That sucks, dude. What do I think so far of PA in December? I haven't been doing great. I mean, I'm up 17,000 on the month so far, but I would like to be doing better. Hey, Carlo, good job today, man. Good job past couple days. Hope you have a good weekend. PJ's indicator has been helpful, yeah. This short could play out, guys. I think I'd want to see that 15 or 5 invert first, but I mean, this breaker's holding here. This gap's just holding this up down below. Brother, we're 5 days in. Yeah, that's spread across 20 accounts, though, so that's less than 1,000 per account. 25 accounts, excuse me. You got to wait for candle closure, blur. You got 7 minutes. That's so easy to just pull right back up. It is tempting, though. This is a quality setup here for a short. Took one. We're looking for one more. We hit a couple key levels, took out a bunch of liquidity. We had a bunch of sell-side liquidity built up. All this sell-side liquidity. We need a pullback here and then potentially get in on this short, but it might not happen. Really want this 5 at least to invert. That's the problem here. If we shorted from where we would like to short in order to have a proper stop loss, we'd be front running a 5 and a 15. You know what I mean? So we're at a tough spot here to decide, okay, well, what do we do? Finish a bottle of ton. Yeah, it would almost be a unicorn. Yep, Kato, you're seeing things correctly. Really would like to have a bearish gap that was being respected created right there instead of just a bearish inversion, but you do have that here on the 3 minute and the 4, so I guess, yeah. But again, we're front running this 5 and this 15, and we're clearly respecting it. See, who said that we inverted? That's exactly why you wait for candle closure, because you could easily get that pullback like that. It's always important to wait. This is probably going to invert. You're right on that. But this down here on ES is an example of why you want to wait for candle closure, because we had not inverted that 5. It is so tough to just watch this like this, but this is what you have to do because it's better than losing money. There's not a ton on Bookmap. And there's a couple lower down to 68.90. The NQ's really kind of bare, but it is, the orders on NQ are lower here. I think it's getting ready to drop pretty quickly here on NQ. If I can get a pullback, if we invert, where would be an entry here? There's just no good entry here. And then we're going to be shorting into this 5. The Bookmap it is short all day on Bookmap. But I can't get a good entry here, man. We get a pull back to this 15 here, that would be an ideal entry. But I don't think that would be too convenient. It's so tempting. They're getting ready to absorb some big orders down here. It's so tempting to get in on this. Big orders coming. Boom. This setup with the breaker. Here's a little pullback. Candle closes on the 5 in 1 minute and the 15. We'll see what happens. Patience, patience. I'm bouncing around here. We're on the, this is the 5 minute. It's called, this is it right here. Yeah, appreciate that, Kato. Just can't get an entry here. Nothing, because I'm thinking, where am I going to have to put my stop loss? And none of these, this would have been a decent entry here, but even then, I guess stop would have been above the inversion. But right now, this 30-minute that we're in, it's holding us up here. So I really don't know what to do other than just sit on my hands at the moment. Where to backtest for free? I'm not sure where to do it for free. Shorts or long? Not sure. Short from the top was definitely the good move. Yeah, turn my air off. Getting chilly. All right, BCS, appreciate you, man. God bless you. Have a good day. Have a good workout. Yeah, that indicator does. Christian, would you recommend changing up on your day one after making it? Stick with the people who stuck with you, man. You have to if they're not on the right path. Yeah, I agree with that. Short from the top holding. I'd be careful in this 30-minute gap here. How do you set the 600 limit for Apex? On TradingView, go to the very far right top corner where it says application settings. And then you go to risk settings for your whichever account you're trying to set that for. And you can set the daily profit target. Price is just stalled, man. Setting a profit target doesn't make sense. It does for Apex accounts. You have if you make too much money, they'll deny a payout. You can't make more than 30% of your whatever your total profits are between your in that 8-day cycle. Whatever your total profits are, you can't have one day that has made more than 30% of the total. So in order to make sure that you don't get any payouts denied, it's not a bad idea to calculate what that total 30% is for the day that you start trading and set the profit target accordingly so you don't violate that consistency rule. I do 600, yeah. For a fresh eval or a fresh funded that starts at 50K, you can do more. My target profit before taking a first payout on a fresh Apex funded account is 4,200. So I want the account balance total to be $54,200 to be able to get a full 2K payout and leave enough in there where you're comfortable. So you can do the math on that so that you don't earn more than 30% of that in a day. So calculate whatever 29% of it is and set that as your profit target. Also leave a little room for slippage because sometimes there's slippage, so you don't want to violate that simply because of some stupid slippage. So stay like $100 or $200 under what that 30% or 29% of 4,200 is. That's for a 50K account, by the way, 4,200. So $1,218 would be 30% of, or 29% of 4,200. Put it at like 1,200 or 1,000, something like that, as your daily profit target, and you can just stick with that, and you should be fine. Or you could do it based on the 8-day cycle. There's different ways to do it. Just make sure you're staying within the rules. Some people make the mistake of they get a funded on Apex and then they just try to blow it out of the water on day one and they get denied their payout and they're like, oh, this firm doesn't make payouts. It's like, you didn't read the rules, dude. Try to take longs, but I'm out. Yeah, I can see why you did that. I was thinking, I was eyeballing that too because we tapped into that zone and we've been respecting that 30-minute gap. So I could see why you were doing that. It's just not a range where I want to open a trade though. I don't know. I guess I'm being overly cautious maybe, but I don't. In order to get into a short, I'd want to pull back into the 15 here on NQ. And to get into a long, I'd maybe want a deeper dig. So, I don't know. It's a tough zone. I'm not in a trade. You'll see when I'm in a trade, Salad. I got no clue how it works, to be honest. For alpha futures, 40% total profits. Yeah. It's a great example of what building discretion is important. True. Patience. Do you consider using lucid trading? I haven't looked into them. I know I've seen several people that, I respect in the trading space that are using them. But I personally haven't looked into them, so I don't throw them out there as like a recommended firm when people ask me, but they very well could be a good firm. I just personally have not looked into them. I don't recommend any firms that I haven't personally traded with and have experience with. So that's why I've heard Alpha Futures is a great firm. I've never recommended them because I haven't until recently had an account with them. I just got my first eval with them. So same with Funded Next. I haven't traded with them. Yeah, zero room for entry. That price is just stalled right here, man. Do I eat Chinese food? Sure. I got some music for you guys since this will play. I don't know if that's coming through or not. Do I eat beans on toast? Heck no. Can I explain the consistency rules for Alpha? I'm not very familiar with them yet. Appreciate that, yeah. Gold dumped. Holy crap, dude. That's all that sell side liquidity getting eaten up right there. All right, I'm going to turn this off so I don't get my live taken down. That's wild. Which platform do I recommend? Like which prop firm? I think a long could be argued for here shortly, but I'm not in it yet because price is acting weird. Appreciate that, man. I wish I could play music on the stream, but every time I do, TikTok doesn't like it. Market is doing the same thing before we had drop off though, especially on the 1 minute, but I would like to see a deeper dig. Yeah, I could see that. I think we took up a lot of this sell side for this move right here, like this sell side, but we still have all of this resting right here. So this could easily get, like if we invert this 30-minute, we have 13 minutes left. Man, I could see us dumping. So that's why just being patient right now would be the best idea. Out for the day. Have a good one, man. Appreciate you being here, Kyle. What prop firm? I think Take Profit Trader and Apex are great firms, man. I also think that Alpha Futures, I haven't gotten a payout with them yet, so I'm not intimately familiar with them, but everything I've heard, they're a great firm. I have one eval with them right now. I'm working on passing. Tradeify is a great firm. All the firms have different reasons why they're good. Why they have their pros and cons. So looking like I have to sell my hands till the PM session. I haven't had any success trading the lunch session. Yeah, lunch is not ideal. It's crazy because very randomly you'll get lunch has like just an amazing move, but it's rare. Which firm lets you have 20 accounts? Apex. For a live trading account, don't recommend until you've been. I don't recommend doing that until you've been milking prop firms for 9 to 12 months. But I use AMP, AMP. How do you copy trade them? I use a website called TradeSyncer. How long did it take you to get multiple accounts? I blew everything into September, man, or towards the end of September. And by beginning of November, well, middle of November, I had all of them back up. Which firm would you go with for your first funded? One that has easy rules, Tradeify, Top Step. Probably those. My Funded Futures is good. The only reason I don't like Top Step, I don't like being stuck having to use their platform. And they have all kinds of issues with the platform going down, and I don't like being stuck with them. That's why I don't trade with them. They used to allow you to have a Tradeivate account with their firm, and they got rid of that. How'd you do it? Passing one at a time? Well, passed one, bought two, passed those, took another payout, bought more. Just kind of working my way up. Yeah, VC, I mean, I've been there. You know Japanese? I know some, yeah. I do know some. What's the max payout for Take Profit Trader? 10,000 a day. No trade? We did take one. Took one small one. Just waiting for a justification to take another one. I don't know anything about funding pips. That sounds like Forex. When was your first payout? February, I think. Yeah. Profit on that one trade, $84 times 25. So what? 1,000 or something? It's at 30-minute that I'm waiting for. I'm waiting 9 more minutes to see if this 30 inverts. Trading ES and NQ, DAC. Yeah, VC, but I've been trading for 4 years, man. So I just discovered prop firms later than I should have. I wish I had discovered them earlier. I was trading personal capital before that. That's why I tell people don't start with personal capital, man. It's a lot easier to start on prop firms. You'll save a lot of money and a lot of headache. That is NQ Bookmap. This is NQ Bookmap. Impulse. This is ES right here. This is ES. This is NQ. ES looks like we're about to push higher. When this candle closes in 7 minutes, it'll give us a good idea. Exactly, VC. It's not ideal, man. I started with Forex, so probably similar results as your gold. I'm on YouTube as well. YouTube.com/@ChristianTradesLive. Personal capital is good for a quick payout. Yeah, but you can get quick payouts with Take Profit Trader, man. They do daily payouts. A lot lower risk. It actually is faster than personal capital, because when you trade personal capital, there's time that it takes for the money to clear and all that. With Take Profit, usually you request around 8 o'clock that night, Eastern time, and by typically around 7 or 8 in the morning, the next morning, maybe a little later than that sometimes, it's in your account. When I take money out of my AMP account, it takes longer than that. I agree, VC. Yeah, going into gold as a newbie is like, you're just asking to get shellacked. I'm waiting for the 30-minute to close. We got 6 minutes. A lot of evidence that price wants to go higher here, though, in terms of the book map. Not a bad idea. Oh. A lot of liquidity coming in higher here. This sell side liquidity here, I'm going to clean some of this up. This sell side liquidity here is what has me worried. How do I see that on the book map? See how there's less red underneath us here? There's more red above us. More red up here than under here. See how price wants to go to those more red orangey levels. I'm gonna mark the 30 on here too. Again, though, you got this sell side here. It's worrisome. If we inverted this 30-minute in the next 4 minutes, then I would be looking to target the sell side, potentially. I think this 30 is going to hold, though. The way the book map looks, it looks like price wants to go up here. Mini trades, yeah, we took one. We're up 84 bucks times 25. Do you ever use daily profiles, as in London manipulation, New York reversal? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, I analyze all that stuff typically pre-market. Not looking for sells, Karen, looking for potentially longs here. We're waiting for this candle to close on the 30-minute. We got 3.5 minutes left. And see what after this candle closes, I want to see the way that the new 30 opens. But right now, we got really good evidence here for a long, in my opinion. this week's really been testing my patience, but so far I'm prevailing. Yeah, I am with you on that. I am with you on that. I've missed out on a lot of money this week, but you can't. I can't be too mad about it. Just trying to stay patient and not FOMO into trades and make sure that I'm not allowing that to affect my psychology, which is a lot easier said than done. Appreciate that, Santi. Got a minute and 30 seconds until this candle closes. Of course, Karen. Is it Karan or Karen? Get good books for your psychology. Yeah, Best Loser Wins. Definitely recommend that, Xander. Best Loser Wins. Trading in the Zone. It's another good book. What's your risk management plan? It really centers around my entries, man. If my entry is going to have a really wide stop, then I just don't take the trade. I know that sounds super simplistic, but really that's all, don't over risk. It really is. The other thing is when you lose a trade, I think all of us that have been here, and not to pick on you, Xander, you would love to hear your opinion about this because you just said you blew an account just now. I catch myself when I lose a trade, the just urge to get back in and to make it back, man. And the best risk management is being able to identify that feeling and resist it, to close down the charts, to walk away. Like yesterday, I got stopped out for negative $330 or something. It's so hard to be like, I lost today. I'm not going to make it worse. And I'm not going to sit there and try to prove that I can get this back. Just walk away. That right there is better than any sort of risk management plan on the charts. If you can get a grip on that and execute that on a regular basis, you're going to be so far ahead, man. Karan? Okay, my bad, man. My bad. How'd you get to the point? I got tired of losing. I use the metaphor, it's like hitting yourself in the head with a hammer, man. Eventually you're going to be like, I know if I hit myself in the head again, it's going to hurt. And I don't want it to hurt, so I'm just not going to hit myself in the head with a hammer. It's like I stubbed my toe, and in order to fix my stubbed toe, I'm going to take a hammer out and beat myself in the head with it. That's what revenge trading really is. Just deal with the stubbed toe, let the pain go away, and come back another day to try again. This is the sell side that I was talking about here that I'm worried about. And we didn't get the timing of these candle closures is just really, really screwing with us here, man. This is a pretty good zone here to justify along, so we'll see how we'll react in it. We got a BPR going here, kind of. A lot of 15-minute gaps right in this zone, but if price wants to go lower, we're not going to argue with it. Yeah, it does. VC, it does. I feel like I'm not getting better at the psychological part. It takes a lot of practice, man. It's like a daily thing. The more you can try to do one hard thing on a daily basis, the stronger that muscle gets, and it becomes less difficult. It never is easy, but it becomes less difficult. And the other thing is, I was actually talking with my mom about this. It feels like most of the people who are traders, especially those who haven't really found success yet, there's this pressure to find out whether this is actually going to work. Like, am I wasting my time? Is this actually going to work? So it puts this undue pressure on performance that once you actually do find success and you have the confidence that this stuff does work and you're going to be able to make some serious money doing this, that pressure goes away. It makes it easier to not revenge trade. It makes it easier not to try to prove something to yourself that you can do this. So what I would say to people who are really struggling is have confidence that this stuff does work, that the rules work, that your ability is there. It's just execution. And the majority of it comes from you being able to sit there and not take a trade. It's the craziest thing, but it's the hardest thing, is the ability to not take a trade. And if you can figure out how to master that, you're getting so close, man. You're getting so close to the success. Yeah, there's a bunch of those, Nick. I can't do anything. Somebody clip that. Yeah. I would like that if you did. Appreciate it. I'll check my DMs, man. I'm sorry you read on the day, but that's smart to just walk away. I'll shoot you a response as soon as I get done. Missed out on 2 entries based on the model, but I think it's good that at least I was right. Dude, I missed out on the long, wanted to take it pre-market. Kind of saw this short, but as I said, somebody was talking about shorting to London low or something. I said, that's not dumb, but I wouldn't advise it based on the market structure. But there was a breaker set up. The breaker was getting respected, so the market structure was there. Bookmap wasn't. But then it happened. So I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, man. But you can't look at that. You got to, exactly what you said. You at least know that you're seeing price correctly. You just didn't get the entry you wanted, and it's okay. There'll be more trades. Appreciate you being here, David. I hope that helped, man. Time are you getting off? Probably soon, man. Probably soon. I would like to see a long out of this, and I'm starting to get more evidence of it here in this zone. 24-hour stream. I got a final today at 4, man. I wouldn't say only that, but that is the market structure that I like to look for in conjunction with the book map. So I mean, for all intents and purposes, yeah. All right, BC, have a good one, man. God bless you. Fitting to ace that final. I'll take that energy, man, because right now I don't feel like I am. I'll take that energy though. It's a format that I do not perform well with. It's completely handwritten. You got to write multiple essays in about an hour time span. And when I write an essay, it usually takes me 3 or 4 hours to do. So having to do that all in a 1 hour time span, it's virtually impossible for me to do. But I appreciate your positivity. Appreciate you guys. Girlfriend left me. I'm up 174K on the live alone. At what point are relationships meaningless? You got to find a godly girl, man, that's going to be, yeah, you got to find a godly girl. You got to have matching values, I would say matching worldviews, matching priorities. He will, dude. I promise you he will. I think, Bri, it actually helps to not have money when you're trying to find a girl, because if you can find one that'll love you when you're broke, then when you make it, man, it makes it even better. You know she's not actually with you just for the money. Money does add an element of complication when trying to find a good woman. I know a guy actually very close to me who has some money and has currently does not have one, but he has at the time had a very nice car. And whenever he'd go on first dates with girls, he also had literally a two-tone Volvo, and would take the two-tone Volvo just so that girls wouldn't know that he had money. I think that's a very smart thing to do. Having a girlfriend's like getting your payout tonight. That's funny. Randomly left you for another guy. Oh, she did you a favor, dude. She did you a favor. Not being irreverent about it. She literally did you a favor. It's tempting to get in on this long, but we're trading into this 5-minute inversion here. So got plenty of orders still underneath us, and we got orders above us. I got leftover Chipotle in my fridge. Probably gonna eat that when I get done here. My brother says, what leaves you literally cannot be meant for you. It's true. Go-to order, a bowl with double rice and double chicken with pico, corn, and sour cream. Leftover Chipotle is big. It's not ideal, man. It's not. I didn't have enough time to eat it yesterday. Cheese and guac, not my thing, man. I love guac, but I don't like it on my bowls. I know so many people right now got in on this rejection here, off this 15-minute, and I don't trust it. It very well could work, but I personally don't trust it right now. This is a strong BPR right here, balanced price range, but I don't know, for some reason my gut doesn't trust it. Wish you had Chipotle in Canada. Canada sucks, dude. No offense to you, but damn, they suck. Do you like public speaking in college because you have that type of voice and tone to be really good at it? I took a couple public speaking classes already, and no, I do not like speaking in front of big crowds of people. It's completely different doing it on stream than it is doing it in a lecture hall when you have 30, 40, 50 people in front of you. Which is weird because I do this every day, but it's so different. How did you get used to speaking to the camera? I don't know, man. I don't think about it. I don't really think about it. The thing on the side does the auto update. Yeah, I have it on auto recenter. Talking about on Bookmap. Why do you hate Canada? It just sucked, dude. All right, Christian. Have a good workout, man. God bless you. Take care. Have a good day. Appreciate you. Appreciate that a lot. I'm going to need it. You gonna watch any World Cup games? I am. Isn't there a qualifying game today? It's supposed to be a pretty big qualifying game today or something. I might be wrong about this 15-minute zone here playing out. I think might be done with the pullback. We'll see though. Sad ass country. I don't hate Canada. I just think they could be doing things differently and better. You know, we took one trade, up $84. Would like to take this long up to these highs, but not super convinced of it at the moment. This 15-minute candle closes in 25 seconds. We'll see. A lot of liquidity, a lot of action coming in now. But price is kind of holding steady where it is. So I'm not sure what it wants to do. Yeah, the World Cup draw, that's what it is, yeah. Is football your favorite sport? No. Hockey. Hockey and baseball. All right, there's the 15-minute closure. Let's see if we get a spike in liquidity here to the upside, which we do a little bit here. Let's see where the momentum takes us. I think this is a really good zone here to be looking for a long. How dare you hate on Canada and love hockey? Be like that, man. Passed the eval today. There you go, man. That's awesome. Good job. Have a thought about what I'm going to do with the tunnels under my place? I don't think they've made it down here yet, and they're mostly in New York. They haven't burrowed their way in my vicinity yet. Long was the move. I missed it. Might wait for a retest. No, I think an inversion of this 5 would be the move. I don't think you're late. I think that would have been early. They're coming. Where are you, Ballas? You up north? You're in Dallas? Oh, you're good. They haven't made their way there yet. Eventually, yeah. See, we're getting that rejection off that 5-minute right there. Yeah, we need to see some actual bullish price action. This is not bullish. This is actually very bearish. we start to get some bullish price action. This is calling out a long here. I don't trust it yet. Isn't this a good short setup? I wouldn't say so, not yet. I see what you're seeing and thinking, but we got the 30-minute here that hasn't closed. This 30 minutes been getting respected. So 11 minutes till that closes. You have the PJ trades indicator calling along here, which I'm not opposed to, but I just want to see, I want to see more bullish movement before, and I want to see the book map line up with that. So we'll see here. It's not calling it on NQ, it's calling it on ES. Yeah, I see the OB mark. I'm not there yet. I'm just not convinced in either direction at this point right now. Got a little bear flag formation going on here potentially too on NQ. What type of music do I listen to? Well, what's playing in my ear right now is this. Tell me who knows this. Yeah, only an A, but look at the statistics. The A's have been 50% with the 50% long success rate. So you're right, though. You are right. The A's on this 2-minute chart have been 57% successful, and the longs have been 53%. But I don't trust it simply because of market structure at this point. Olive Garden. There you go. Nandata, you got it. Too young for this music, man. That's, throw a little bit of that on. That's the secret. That's the sauce right there. Kenny G, man. Nah, it's just on the playlist. It's a lot of, I have a lot of different stuff on here. Have you taken anything, Cameron? Dentist office music. You guys, you're crazy. Calling Kenny G dentist office music. If you had to start over again, what would be the first thing you do? Not trade personal capital and simply trade paper until I'm finding success on paper. Then I'd go with a prop firm. What's the song called? That was, let me see if I can go back to it. I can't remember what was even playing now. Down 200. It's not bad. Man, I can't even remember. I can't remember. My playlist is so long here, man. It's on random shuffle. Here's the trade starting to play out here. Again, though, we have bear flag set up here for a potential dump, so I'm not fully convinced of this. If this 5-minute inverts, then I'll be a little more apt to take this trade. 4 years, Nathaniel. Asian restaurant. You guys. Listening to The Movement by Kenny G right now. There you go, Coop. Coop gets it. $22 years old? Yeah, sure. Plus 10. It's definitely good for trading. Yeah, it keeps you calm. Minute until this candle closes here. We'll see what happens. Exactly, Santi. You get it. No take? You mean like the shirt? Or are you talking about the market? The muscles are popping. Not today. 9 seconds till this closure. Let's get a retest of this 5 after that and potentially take this long. But I think we're going to... Candle closures have just been screwing us today. Let's see what we get here. It's going to push without us. Just one of those days, man. One of those days. Come back. Have I been ding-dong ditched recently? No, he stopped. It's funny, after I mentioned that on my live, he stopped. I don't think he would ever have seen that, but he did just stop. Come on, pull back. What are we trading? This is NASDAQ futures. Big order came in just now above us here. We're about to shoot through this. going to run without us. It sucks. You got in the long coop on the PJ indicator. I think it's not a bad idea. The reason I say that is the success rate on the stats. This sucks, dude. I hate it when this happens. Just 5 micros, nice. That'll still play. This patience thing is awful. Yeah, it sucks. Well, play out the worst case scenario in your mind here. You get in this, and then you get a tap back here, and then you're already in drawdown tremendously. So you have to size in heavier. Then your stop is down here somewhere. So if it goes down there, you're really, really screwed. So if you play it out, it's not ideal. So I'd rather be out of the trade and missing out than to be down a tremendous amount of money. Here we go. Come on down here. Come on down here. Let's go. A little lower. Here it is. Come on. All right. Oh, fuck. I took that on ES. Damn. I was on the wrong thing on my... I meant to take that on NQ, not ES. Oh, well, we got a good entry on that. Was on the wrong chart on Trade of 8. It's a long-ass stop there. Would like this. I mean, this is ambitious, but this is what ideally we'd be targeting here. Tempted to put it at that swing low. Such a long stop though, man. This is how today's gonna go. I don't see a reason for it to go any lower right here, to be honest. But we'll see. I'm gonna put it right here. The book map, maybe to 76. I think we push higher here though. Yeah, man, losing my voice all of a sudden. Do have a big order that just came in at 68.76. Same, not nearly as big as it happened yesterday, but similar scenario. As soon as we open the trade, a big order comes in down there. But there's plenty of movement to the upside here. Plenty of movement to the upside. I have my TP all the way up at the swing high. I'm going to be trailing stops once we get into profit. If we do, we'll see how this works out. May God bless this trade. I like that. I don't know that he works that way, but maybe he does. I don't know. I'll take it if he does. We're also trading right at lunch. The one time that I don't like trading. There we go. Some momentum to the upside there. Let's get another one of those. A couple more pushes here. That's a 5 minute, not a 15, my bad. Dang, and I didn't even realize we didn't invert this 15. It's all right. It's definitely would not something I would recommend doing is front running a 15-minute gap. I still see motion to the upside here on the book map. At 5 minutes, rejecting hard. I'm trying to bounce around to make sure I'm not missing anything too critical here. I mean, I did miss that 15-minute gap that we failed to invert right there, but we'll let this play. No, we're long. Do you use TradeSync? I do, yeah. Yeah. I think we're about to take off here. Hopefully that's not just wishful thinking. Big order stacked on ES right above us here, 68.80. 68.80, right where I'm in, basically. Huge order. Coming up right now. Nicked it a little bit. There's really nothing to the downside. From past 68.75, there's really nothing to the downside here on ES for a while. So you would think the movement would be up here. We'll see. We could just start getting market orders coming in, pushing pressure down, or pushing price down, but hopefully not the case. Just let it play out. Just be patient. I have seen the new Tradified Select plans. Yeah, I have. And that's also not a 15, that's a 5. Tripping over here. All right, there was the big orders at 68, 78. Next one's at 68.80 now. Got in early. Yeah. Wish I had gotten this on NQ and not ES, to be completely honest, because we would be sitting right at where our entry was right now. It's okay. Bunch of stuff just lit up to the upside here. See if that has any effect on this. That sucks. That sucks. This is where I wanted to be in, not here. This would have been a way better entry right here. 2 minutes later, yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Lost my mojo, boys. Like 350, I think. Front running that 15 was stupid. I didn't realize that was there. I wasn't looking. Yeah, this is getting stopped, I think. There's tons of orders above us here. So, I mean, I really could see price just completely rejecting that gap right there and going up. But there's also, as soon as price starts rejecting, there's orders coming in lower. So this is what I'm seeing. I mean, we're about to get stopped, I think. No. This is what I'm seeing on the book map. So could get stopped, could go up, probably gonna get stopped, but we're gonna leave it right where it is. Come on. Come on, take off. Didn't work yesterday. Just take off. It's so weird, dude. When Bookmap looks like this, price usually takes off. Start yelling at it. On a 50K eval, it's 2,500. There's a little pop. Create some momentum there. There we go. There's another little pop. Come on. Keep going. Come on. know you want to. Just take off. Yeah, I'd call it a day if I was you. No reason to force it. Price action sucks today, man. I mean, at least for me, it's not bad. Probably, if I had taken the trades that I saw, like that pre-market trade, dude, I would. It's so hard to stick to rules. If I'd taken that pre-market trade, I wouldn't even be in this trade right now. I would have been up a couple grand and be studying. It's frustrating. I didn't see what he said. You're a mod, Tristan. Put some hammers. Book map is shaky. That's not what we want. That's not what we want at all. Might get ready to get stopped here. Oh shit, my bad. I don't even want profit anymore. Just go to break even. No, I'm holding this. I could get stopped, but it is what it is, man. $13.50 macro, yeah. Wait, his break even, are you getting out? No. Was the last magnet the trick? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Take off. Come on. It's creating this low resistance sell side liquidity here. I don't like that. This is terrible. Go to your home price. Aren't you good for your home? Claudio. Hey, do whatever you're comfortable with, Ducati. Lunchtime PA, man. Gotta love it. If somebody tuned into this live for the first time and they see this, they're like, what is this guy doing? Appreciate that credit. Yeah, you guys do whatever you're comfortable with, man. Could not have picked a worse entry on that. Literally could not have. Magnet 100% success rate. Calling Mr. 500. We're inbound for a moonshot. I have faith, man. Liquidity's dried up. Orders to the downside here. This 30 minutes about to invert here to the downside. Just did. Could not have picked a worse entry. I kissed the wall. Forgot to do that this morning. Literally could not have picked a worse entry on this trade. Yeah, David, not a bad idea, man. This is one of the reasons I don't like trading at lunchtime either. Some levies can trade. Hopefully they don't break, man. It's getting ready to go down here, I think, looking at the book map. Big order just came in above us here. Maybe that'll pull it up. Boom, stop loss, 400. Big order at 68.70 now, above us. Also, 68.70, there's big order, and make sure these orders are canceled. And yeah, they just yanked that, actually. Terrible trade. I apologize to you guys for that one. That was 100% a bad trade. For one, I executed on the wrong instrument. Two, I entered right at a 15-minute gap right there. So that was, all in all, a bad trade. Nothing about that was good. Very, very frustrating when I can sit here and call out trades that end up playing out perfectly. They just don't meet my rules. Like this one, pre-market would be up. I mean, even if I got a late entry on that, you're talking 50 times 34. So you're talking $2,100. And then I'd take a trade like that just shits the bed. It's kind of frustrating. You're still in, haven't been stopped out, still in any. See, if you took the entry on NQ, you're not. I mean, that still not the best, but you can see why the trade is justified here, delivering out of this BPR. We were pushing up out of this pretty aggressively. Entered right here, would have been the entry. Tap back into that, the entry, targeting higher. I mean, you can see the justification for that on NQ. When you start to look at ES, you're like, okay, well, we didn't invert that 15, so we have to wait for that. So definitely not ideal. 25,559. It'd be a pretty big dip, man. I mean, it could do anything. I don't know. Liquidity looks like crap right now on the book map. Got a big order at 70 that's getting ready to get absorbed. 68.70 is getting ready to get hit. This was the sell side that I was talking about being worried about. All right, guys, I'm going to call it. I got studying to do. This is the longest I've streamed in a while. So appreciate all the gifts, appreciate the follows, interactions. Sorry about that trade. Hopefully you made money before then and you didn't take that trade. But we'll be back on Monday. You guys have a good weekend. Stay safe. Stay warm. God bless you guys. Appreciate you being here. Pre-market long was the move for sure. Y'all take it easy. Have a good day, Jeff. Appreciate it. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. We'll see you.